the thermostat. It's set currently at 150, I believe. Can't really look in and see where you are, but it just heats the water up to that. And these switches here turn the fan on and off and the pump on and off. The pump pumps the water into the house. I'll explain all the rest of it from here, but just so you understand, this tank holds 150 degree water.
Go.
Okay, so the water comes in from the outside. There's two different sets of tubes that come in. This one is for the heating the house. This one is specifically connected to the hot water heater. This black tube, in case you're wondering, is water that comes in from a dug well. We basically use it for watering the garden and stuff like that. The ones that heat the house are very simple. They go in through a bunch of tubes, some of which are in the floor, through a manifold here, that's in behind the hot water heater, and some of which go through radiators throughout the house. It's basically one inline thing. It all comes back and then goes out this blue tube here. The other one is more complicated. That's the hot water heater. I ran out of blue tube. That's why both of those are red on that one. So you can see the arrows going out and coming in. What the water does, it comes in, it's hot when it's heating. When the boiler's heating the hot water in here, this is how this works. So the water comes in, right in here, comes out, right through here. This pump pumps it. So, I'm sorry, it comes in through here and goes out through there. And this pump takes care of all of that. It's on a thermostat when, that's the thermostat right there. When this thermostat calls for water, heat, that pumps on and takes care of all that. Then, at the same time, that pump kicks on and it circulates the water inside the hot water heater, which of course is generally not heating. That's the switch up there. You can see that it's off. This is the switch for the pump. It is currently on. And currently, the way I've got it set up for this video is that the boiler outside is heating the water here in the hot water heater. Now, in case of some situation where, for whatever reason, the boiler wasn't working and I had to keep the boiler warm and the house from freezing, that's when you use this. It's simply a hot water heater, Reliance 606, and it's got two elements in it that heat water. You burn out elements if it gets too hot in one area. Since the water is constantly pumping, it doesn't burn out elements. At least we haven't had that particular problem. So at that point what happens is it reverses. This then heats, since it's calling for heat, and that thing's not providing heat, this continues to circulate and it heats up the heat exchanger in the same way, and the water from this then sends out water that is, you know, warmed. I don't need it to be hot water, I just need it to not be 32 degrees or lower. I need water that's not going to freeze and crack my boiler. So that's how this works as a secondary heat source. It is, you know, it can work for days like this. The house will be cool, but it will not freeze.